What is up, guys? And welcome back to That's Just My Life with me, Bree. I'm honestly so blown away by the support I got with my first episode. And just since the beginning, since I announced it, I've gotten so much support, literally from strangers, even. And it's just so encouraging. And it makes me so excited to continue this journey. So just thank you to everybody that's been supporting me, listening, encouraging me, all the different things and the ways that people have been showing up for me. I really, truly appreciate it. But with that being said, let's get right into it. Last week, I chatted about not knowing what you're doing in your 20s and taking that time to like really figure things out. This week, I kind of wanted to dive into like, it's okay to start over because I am currently in such a shitty situation because I chose to start over, but it is so, so worth it. Come from a really, I don't want to say really small. It's kind of small, smaller than Kansas City, hometown. And everybody knows everybody and everybody knows everybody's family. And it's kind of like I felt like if you made one mistake, it's haunted you forever. Because I did some things in high school and I feel like that's still what people knew me as. I also went through like a really dark phase that just nobody was willing to let that go. Nobody was trying to see my growth, seeing me trying to change as a person. And everybody just knows you for who you are in high school. And that's so annoying because I'm 25. I am nothing like little 17-year-old me who made all these bad decisions and didn't have a clue what life is about. And I say that with some like grain of salt because I also had to grow up really fast. So I did kind of know what life was about, but also not like I do now. And my family honestly tried to get me to move to Kansas City for I mean, till I grad since I graduated high school till I actually did. They spent so many years trying to get me to move, and I was like, "Oh, after college, I'll move." College was a shit show for me. Still is, because I'm not done. Left my freshman year of nursing school with my 4.0 GPA and went to the military because I was trying to make somebody happy. I actually did enjoy it, but I got hurt, got stuck there for like almost 6 months, came home, couldn't get back into Culver, didn't really know if I wanted to go back to Culver. I left on really shitty terms. When I left at semester, I knew I'd fucked up on my friendships. I genuinely had no idea what I was going to do when I got back home. I was supposed to have some things lined up. That person that I was supposed to have things lined up with screwed me over. Um, this person's going to get talked about in another podcast. I'm just not ready to drop that yet. But if you know, you know. But I was so just, I didn't know what I was doing. And I went through a really, really dark phase because of that. I finished some gen eds at like community college, but my GPA dropped tremendously. I was focused on all the wrong things. It was just horrible. Like, it was a horrible situation. So I finished those gen eds, got back into Culver, made up with my friends, like things were going to be great. And my boyfriend died. So also went through another really dark phase because like I know grief. I know grief probably more than most 25-year-olds do. Losing my mom, I was only 9, but losing him, I was just turned 21. This was like 4 days after my 21st birthday, and I went really dark. It really took a lot for me to move past that, and I don't think I was only going through this phase because of losing him. I think I also just everything I've been through, everything I was going through currently, like it was a lot, and I didn't know how to handle it. And so fast forward, I started having health issues and I was like, I don't know if I can do nursing. Like my GPA was going down so bad. Like I was back on track, but my health had me so, and I was like debilitated, but like kind of, um, this is when all my health stuff first started and nobody knew what was going on. Everyone just told me I was too stressed out. And so I quit nursing for a little bit, switched to psychology. And in my heart, I just knew like, I want to be a nurse. Like I wanted to be a nurse for as long as I can remember. And so I was going to finish psych and then just like do the accelerated option for nursing that my school offered. But I had a really bad week. I was fighting with my dad. It was a really shitty week. And I was like, I'm going to come visit my family in Kansas City because Kansas City was always kind of my getaway. Like I always came and visited my family in Kansas City if I needed a break. And on the drive to Kansas City, both my uncles texted me and was like, heard you're in town this weekend. Let's make sure we get dinner. And I just started bawling because my uncles love me so much. I don't know what I would do without them. I don't know how I want to word this without really Lori dropping and getting into a whole nother episode. And I'm really sorry if my family hears this episode, but I'm going to be completely honest. My uncles love me probably more than my dad did, or at least they showed it better. And so it broke me. Like I broke down. I walked into my grandparents' house in tears and I said, I'm ready to move. And they were so excited. I emailed my advisor and I was like, hey, I want to move to Kansas City. Like, I don't know what it's going to, I don't know I don't know what I'm going to do with school. I don't know what's going to happen, but I want to move to Kansas City. And my advisor told me that was the best decision she thinks I had made because she can always tell when I come back from Kansas City that I was in a better place. And she said, I slowly watched your spark disappear each time you came home. And I think that was just so eye opening. Like, it's so crazy that these people around us can see things that we don't even see in ourselves. And so we switched my internship. I was in an internship. So we switched that around and made it so I could go ahead and move to Kansas City. Like my 2 weeks of work were going to be my 2 weeks of internship. And then I was good to come to Kansas City. And so I went home. I put in my 2 weeks. I officially told Cole where I was transferring. And December 4th, I came up here. Literally packed my whole little Chevy Cruze up with my whole life and came to Kansas City. I'm so thankful that I have my Kansas City family and I wasn't completely starting from scratch because that's one thing I can preach about is start over, move, start over, do these things. But it's so hard to just do that. I am so lucky and so blessed that I had a support system here that encouraged that for me and helped support me until I got on my feet because I recognize that not everybody has that. But truly finding a way to start over when you need it is so, so good for you. I honestly don't think I'd be alive right now if I hadn't moved to Kansas City. Sometimes starting over is exactly what we need. Granted, starting over, none of my nursing credits transferred because when I moved to Kansas City, I was like, okay, well, now that I'm starting over, I want to go to nurse. I'm just going to go back into nursing. And that did not happen. Nowhere here took my nursing credits. The programs are so different. Like my old program, I didn't have to have chemistry. Everywhere in Kansas City, you have chemistry. So the programs were just so different. I was having such a hard time, but I was like, I don't want to not be doing anything right now. I need to be doing something productive. And so I started just finishing my psych degree online. And then I found a nursing program. And so started into that. I don't want to say I absolutely hate it, but I don't necessarily love it. And so now I'm looking into transferring again because my well being and my happiness and also my financials, just my program, the way it's laid out and the way it rolls, it just isn't really working with me and my doctor's appointments and work and all the things that I have going on in my life right now. So I'm trying to find a different program anyway. And so I just had a meeting with a college planner through my bank and she's like, if you need to take time off for your health, take time off for your health. College is always going to be here. And she's like, but also, not a bad idea to finish your psych bachelor's and then get back into nursing. You're gonna have a bachelor's. That's so rewarding and beneficial. And that really shows a lot. And so my college journey right now, not a freaking clue. I kind of have a clue, but it's not at all what I had planned for my life. My people I started Culver with in my nursing program are full on nurses right now, living their best life. I don't talk to any of them. But sometimes we just have to get a fresh start. We have to reset. I don't know what my light is doing, but we have to reset and that's okay. And that's something I'm really trying to let myself feel. Yes, I'm so sad because things didn't go as planned, but also I am in such a better place right now. And yes, it sucks that I'm having to restart with school and I don't really know what's happening, but also the fact that I'm thriving right now, I'm alive, we're slowly getting answers to my health. Still kind of a train wreck, but we're getting there, I think. Also, I'm chronically ill, so it's never going to be 100% better, but at least we have answers. Chronically ill girlies get it. But also, so much better than wishing I was dead. Starting nursing school is so much better than wishing I was dead. And that's where I was at when I was in Hannibal. And some people love Hannibal. Some people thrive there. I was not thriving. Everybody knew my family. Everybody knew my big cousin. I was always as, oh, your little cousin. Yeah, I am. And it's every mistake I made got told to him. And he was actually my cousin was my best friend for a while. We're not really close anymore, but, and so everyone kind of used that against me. The fact that I was close to my cousin. And also everybody knew my dad. And if you're from Hannibal and you know my dad, do what you will with that information. I was always associated as my parents' kids. People love my mom. They did. I love when people tell me like, "Oh, you act so much like your mom," or like, "Oh, you look so much like your mom," because people loved my mom. My mom didn't make the best decisions. My mom OD'd when I was 9. So some people, like, your mom was a drug addict, you're gonna be a drug addict. My dad, not the greatest guy. People were like, "Oh, you're his kid." Yeah, I am, but I'm not him. And that's just what I hate about small towns is like I never even got the chance to be myself, I feel like, because I was his little cousin, I was his daughter, I was her daughter, and I never got to just be Brie. So when I moved to Kansas City and nobody knew me, I was like, this is nice. Nobody's gonna know that my mom was a drug addict unless I tell them that my mom OD'd when I was 9. Nobody's gonna know how crappy my dad is of a guy unless I tell them. And really, truly, the only people that know that are like my boyfriend and his family. A lot of my friends in Kansas City, I haven't really told about that, like, because this is my fresh start and nobody needs to know my past to know me. And I'm so, so thankful for that because my past is not something I'm super proud of. Like, I've overcome a lot and I've done some things, but I've also done some not great things. And I've hurt a lot of people. And like, I'm truly trying to be better and better myself and heal from all the things. And that's so hard to do when you're stuck in a toxic situation in toxic hometown. So moving to Kansas City and getting a fresh start, I've truly been able to start that journey. I'm recognizing like I was a shitty person too sometimes, but I'm recognizing it. I'm trying to make those amends and I'm trying to fix things that I need to fix. And I'm truly trying to like find my truest, most authentic self. And it's such a like humbling journey, but it's so, so necessary. And I'm so thankful to be on it. Truly don't know where I would be if I hadn't moved to Kansas City. And so with all that yapping, basically, long story short, it's okay to move. It's okay to start over. It's okay to get that fresh start in your 20s. And sometimes pros outweigh the cons because yeah, like there's always going to be something you lose. Like I had no friends when I moved to Kansas City. I still don't really have that many Kansas City friends, but I'm so much happier. So much happier. You know, there's more to life than the same 4 bars and 10 people. And when I left Hannibal, that's what I learned. And I truly just, I highly support and encourage anyone like getting out of their hometown for a little bit if you're really struggling. Some people thrive in their hometown, whatever, stay there, whatever. But if you just feel misplaced and you don't know what you're doing and you feel stuck and sad all the time, like that's a sign. Take this as your sign. Bree is telling you to take the chance to start over, to do something better for yourself because it might suck in the moment. Moving to Kansas City and having no friends sucked in the moment. I met my boyfriend though, and he's the most amazing person I know. Like I've truly never been loved the way that he loves me. But with meeting him, I also met his sister-in-laws, who are now 2 of my best friends. Like I can truly say that my sister-in-law is one of my best friends, and I go to her for so many things, both of them. And I have made some friends in Kansas City, you know, through work, through just going and exploring, and so there are ways to make friends. You know, you figure it out, but it's so much better than being stuck. And starting nursing school over really freaking sucks, but it's going to be so much more worth it because I'm going to be graduated soon. Like it's going to come, but I'm also going to be happy. I'm not just going to be a miserable nurse. I'm going to be a happy nurse. And also I have put myself in a position where I am set up for success when I graduate. Like the job I'm in right now as a student nurse extern is where I want to be when I graduate. I love emergency medicine. It is a passion of mine. I tried to go actual bedside on the floor for a little bit. I love bonding with my patients. I don't like that side of nursing. I 100% believe I was born to be an ER nurse, but even though I'm not, you know, I've got a while till I graduate and figuring things out. I've put myself in a position to be there when I'm done. Hang on. Bandit wants to say hi. Oh, you're stuck in the microphone. Everybody say, hi, Bandit. He's getting so big. He weighs 3.5 pounds now. We took him to the vet yesterday because he's been sneezing. So if anybody has any tips and tricks on how to get your little kitten to stop sneezing, let me know. Anywho, I guess that's really just what I came to yap about this week was it's okay to start over because sometimes starting over is going to save your life. And that's so much more valuable than being a couple years behind in school or having to make new friends because your friends that were truly your friends back home are going to support you and they're going to make sure they stay connected to you. I don't talk to all my friends every day from back home, but I know that they always have my back. When something big happens, they text me. When something big happens with me, I text them. When they need me or I need them, we're always there. So your friends that were truly your friends are going to be there no matter what. And they're probably going to see that you're happier. Like I've been told so many times, like, oh, you look so much happier. Because I am. And also, I'm a firm believer that when you're being loved correctly, you start to love yourself and you truly do glow differently. And I really believe that's what I'm going through right now because I just have this sense of like peace and finding myself and this new confidence and just all these things that finally being in a safe and stable environment, finally being loved, like it's allowing me to open up and take all these chances and all these opportunities. And I finally get a chance to kind of share my voice and share my story. Okay, bye, Bandit. And it's just so amazing. Starting over is worth it. If you feel stuck, if you feel like you're hanging with the same 5 people, going to the same 3 bars, not knowing what you're doing with your life, like think about moving. Even if it's not forever, take a month, go somewhere different for a month, rent an Airbnb, do a year lease in a different town. You don't even have to go across the state or the country. You could go 2 towns over, maybe more than that. But getting out of your hometown with the same group of people who've known you your whole life, like getting a fresh start is so, so amazing. And it truly can be life saving. And that's all I've got for this week. That was kind of a ramble. I'm so sorry. So, putting it out there, how I said that I don't know if I'd be alive if I hadn't moved to Kansas City, I do truly believe that. And I know that that is something that's so serious. And so many people are probably going through that. And not even with the moving situation, just so many people in today's society feel lost and like they can't fit in or do these things. And you are beautiful no matter what. You're loved. Someone out there loves you. I'm not going to say like you have family that loves you because I come from a family that doesn't really love me the best. But I found a family that loves me. So things get better. This will be another episode. I'll dive deeper into it. I just wanted to put it out there that like there's always the hotlines. Also, reach out to me, reach out to a friend because friends are 100%. They would rather sit and listen to you rant and ramble and vent, which is sometimes all we need. We don't need advice, right? Like we're going through that. We don't need advice. We just need somebody to listen. But I would rather listen to somebody vent and rant than read about their funeral services. So truly 100% reach out to people if you're feeling that way. If somebody cares and somebody does love you, even if you don't feel it right now, somebody's going to come along. And if you feel like nobody cares in your circle, I care. I'll tell you that right now. I don't care if I don't know you because it's such a serious issue and I've been there. So don't be afraid to restart. Don't be afraid to reach out to people. That's all I got. Say bye, Bandit. Bye, y'all. See you next week. Bandit.